Hi there. Happy Saturday. And I just took a shower and got cleaned up. I'd gone for a walk today and it was quite warm and I got quite sticky and then was running around in the car doing things. So I couldn't come on here and be stinky. I know you can't smell me, but it's the thought. I wanted to be fresh, fresh for you. My poor husband, be fresh for him too. So, and a report in on Mushu vegetable mushu from last night. It didn't get made. I got down and looked in the fridge, and we had so many leftovers that I couldn't justify making something new when I got there. So we had the rice. I'd made the rice. The rice turned out really good. I put just a pinch of turmeric in it. And I like making it in the oven. It really comes out nicely when I make it in the oven. So I used 2 cups of long grain brown rice. I rinsed it and then added like a cup and 2 cups of rice. I added, how much water did I add? Just shy of 4 cups. That's right, just shy of 4 cups. Because instead of doing 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice, I did like 3 3/4 cups, just a little less water. Because I like the rice to have a little more texture. And I use boiling water. So I get my kettle going, I get the kettle going, and I turn the oven on all at the same time. And the oven just comes up to temperature just as my water is boiling. So I put the 3 3/4 cup boiling water over my washed rice in like a casserole dish. Then I cover it, stick it in the oven. Takes about 45 minutes. It's nice. It's if I don't get there right away, it's not the end of the world. And I take it out and just let it sit on the stove 5 minutes or so, let it rest, and it just comes out really good. Chris enjoyed it. He's here. He says hi there. He always says hi there. And then that was good. So we had that. We're still working on Jacob's cattle beans. Apparently, I did a big batch because we've had them for like 2 meals and there's still a ton left. I don't know how we ended up with so many. And I know, because I did a half a bag, but you know what? It had been a 2-pound bag. So that makes sense. It was a whole pound of beans. I find we do better if I make a half a pound of beans, dry beans. We just, it just makes so much for just the 2 of us, and I don't eat tons of beans. But I'm gonna try the mushu tonight with the cabbage. I forget what else is in it, but I'll give you a full report tomorrow how it comes out. Oh, and I'm gonna let you know now, and I will remind you tomorrow, we're going out of town, and I'm not going to be able to do the live readings at the same time. I'm going to do them a little bit later because of being at our son and daughter-in-law's home. I don't want to be trying to do these when my grandkids are up and around and having to say, oh, sorry, grandma's got to go do stuff. We will say 8:30 Eastern time. So it's going to be 4 hours later than what you normally would see it at. I normally do 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to do 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, we'll make it later on this next week while I'm at my son and daughter-in-law's. And then, we'll catch a different crowd. That'll be fun too. Some of the folks that I haven't seen in a while might be able to join us at that time. All right, so let's read. We're Exodus chapters 5 and 6 today. And let's begin with our proclamation. We trust in the Lord with all our heart and lean not on our own understanding. In all our ways we acknowledge him, and he will make our paths straight. That's an awesome verse. All right, so here we go. Afterward, Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so that they may hold a festival to me in the desert. Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey him and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, and I will not let Israel go. Then they said, the God of the Hebrews has met with us. Now let us take a 3-day journey into the desert to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God, or he may strike us with plagues or with the sword. But the king of Egypt said, Moses and Aaron, why are you taking the people away from their labor? Get back to your work. Then Pharaoh said, "Look, the people of the land are now numerous, and you are stopping them from working." That same day, Pharaoh gave his order to the slave drivers and foremen in charge of the people. "You are no longer to supply the people with straw for making bricks. Let them go and gather their own straw, but require them to make the same number of bricks as they did before. Don't reduce the quota. They are lazy. That is why they're crying out. Let us go and sacrifice to our God. Make the work harder for the men so they keep working and pay no attention to lies." So he was just really trying to make their life difficult, wasn't he? Then the slave drivers said, then the slave drivers and the foreman went out and said to the people, "This is what Pharaoh says. I will not give you any more straw. Go and get your own straw wherever you can find it, but your work will not be reduced at all." So the people scattered all over Egypt to gather stubble to use for straw. The slave drivers kept pressing them, saying, "Complete the work required of you for each day, just as when you had straw." I wonder where they got that. Must be they supplied the straw and they had it in storage, and they weren't going to make that available to them. The Israelite foremen appointed by Pharaoh's slave drivers were beaten and were asked, "Why didn't you meet your quota of bricks yesterday or today as before?" Then the Israelite foreman went and appealed to Pharaoh. "Why have you treated your servants this way? Your servants are given no straw, yet we are told, 'Make bricks.' Your servants are being beaten, but the fault is with your own people." Pharaoh said, "Lazy, that's what you are, lazy. That is why you keep saying, 'Let us go and sacrifice to the Lord.' Now get to work. You will not be given any straw, yet you must produce your full quota of bricks." The Israelite foremen realized they were in trouble when they were told, "You are not to reduce the number of bricks required of you for each day." When they left Pharaoh, they found Moses and Aaron waiting to meet them. And they said, "May the Lord look upon you and judge you. You have made us a stench to the Pharaoh and his officials and have put a sword in their hand to kill us." Yeah, they weren't very happy with Moses and Aaron there because they just now made their lives miserable, more miserable than they were. Moses returned to the Lord and said, "Oh Lord, why have you brought trouble upon this people? Is this why you sent me? Ever since I went to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has brought trouble upon this people, and you have not rescued your people at all." Now we're going into chapter 6. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. Because of my mighty hand, he will let them go. Because of my mighty hand, he will drive them out of his country." God also said to Moses, "I am the," he's literally saying that Pharaoh is going to kick them out. He's not only not going to just let them go, he's going to kick them out. See, God had a bigger plan here. He didn't want them just to be gone for 3 days so that they could worship. He wanted them gone for good. He wanted them out from underneath bondage, and he wanted to make that happen. He wanted more for them, okay? God also said to Moses, "I am the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as God Almighty. But by my name, the Lord, I will not make myself known to them." Wait a second, did I read that right? Okay, "But by my name, the Lord, I did not make myself known to them. I also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, where they lived as aliens. Moreover, I have heard the groaning of the Israelites, whom the Egyptians are enslaving, and I have remembered my covenant. Therefore, say to the Israelites, 'I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the yoke of the Egyptians. I will free you from being slaves to them, and I will redeem you with an outstretched arm and with mighty acts of judgment. I will take you as my own people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God, who brought you out from under the yoke of the Egyptians. And I will bring you to the land I swore with uplifted hand to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. I will give it to you as a possession. I am the Lord." Moses reported this to the Israelites, but they did not listen to him because of their discouragement and cruel bondage. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go, tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to let the Israelites go out of his country." But Moses said to the Lord, "If the Israelites will not listen to me, why would Pharaoh listen to me, since I speak with faltering lips?" Maybe he had a stutter. I'd heard that somewhere, that possibly he had a stutter. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, or maybe he couldn't speak the language very well anymore. Maybe that was it. We don't know. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and the Israelites and Pharaoh. Oh, now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron about the Israelites and Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he commanded them to bring the Israelites out of Egypt. These were the heads of their families. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn son of Israel, were Hanok and Palu, Hezron and Carmi. These are the clans of Reuben. Oh my, we have a long list of names going. Hang in there. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, Shaul, the son of a Canaanite woman. These were the clans of Simeon. These were the names of the sons of Levi, according to their records: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Levi lived 137 years. The sons of Gershon by clans were Libni and Shimi. The sons of Kohath were Amram, Izhar, Hebron, Uziel. Kohath lived 133 years. The sons of Merari were Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of Levi according to their records. Amram married his father's sister, Jochebed, who bore him Aaron and Moses. Amram lived 137 years. The sons of Issachar were Korah, Nepheg, and Zigri. The sons of Uziel were Mishael, Elzaphan, and Sithri. Aaron married Elisheba, daughter of Aminadab, and sister of Nahshon. She bore him Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. The sons of Korah were Azer, Elkanah, and Abias. These were the Korahite clans. Eleazar, son of Aaron, married one of the daughters of Putiel, and she bore him Phinehas. These were the heads of the Levite clan families. These were the heads of the Levite families, clan by clan. It was the same Aaron and Moses to whom the Lord said, "Bring the Israelites out of Egypt by their divisions." They were the ones who spoke to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, about bringing the Israelites out of Egypt. It was the same Moses and Aaron. So he wanted us to see this lineage of who they were so that we understood where they came in this arrangement, that these are the same people that we'd heard about in this lineage. Hey, it's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Now, when the Lord spoke to Moses in Egypt, he said to him, "I am the Lord. Tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, everything I tell you." But Moses said to the Lord, "Since I speak with faltering lips, why would Pharaoh listen to me?" So he kind of, the scriptures took a little side step here and said, okay, we want to give you some more background. So, because we'd heard that Moses was like, oh, I speak with faltering lips. He says this back in verse 12. Okay, why would you listen to me? And then we get the record of why Moses and Aaron are important in this lineup. And now we're kind of back to the same story again. Okay, Moses says, "Why would he listen to me? I speak with faltering lips." So it's kind of interesting how they, had to take that little side step. And it's like watching a movie where you see something happen and they cut away and you get some of the background story and then they bring you back to the main story again. It's just what they did here. This is like really good literary setup, just like a good movie. You get this side information that makes it a little richer. So should we keep going? No, we'll stop there. We'll stop there. Tomorrow it gets interesting with some other stuff. So that's a good place to stop and take that in. So anyone have any thoughts today? Anyone have any prayer requests? Anything going on with folks today? How's the weather at your house? It is nice here today. I'd gotten a notice saying that my delivery from Amazon had been delivered, but I couldn't find it. Chris and I are looking around outside and it's not there. And I'm looking in the mailbox. It wasn't there. And I couldn't remember what it was. What had I ordered? I couldn't remember. So I looked at my Amazon account and it was a book and it was a cookbook, which is kind of a funny term for it because it's a cookbook for raw food that you don't cook. But it's still called the cookbook. And I had it sent to my son and daughter-in-laws so that, because I didn't want it to not show up here. I didn't want it to show up here after we had left and not have it this week. I wanted to be able to use it. So I'm trying to eat more raw foods, and I am doing a little bit of juicing again. I've gone back. I'm doing some green juices right now, and just one a day. And I'm doing green smoothies, and I'm just doing one of those a day. I'm kind of like taking a little bit of everything, a lot just to try and get more raw food in. I still eat some cooked food. I have a cooked meal at dinner time, but I'm doing a partial smoothie. I just do 1 quart of green smoothie as opposed to 3. And I'm doing a green juice so far, just one a day so far. And then I try to have a nice salad, big salad, preferably with heartier vegetables in it, with your cabbage, your broccoli, your cauliflower, kale. What else do I throw in there? Different Napa cabbage, red cabbage, green cabbage. I can't think of the name of the other greens I like. But anyhow, I try to have a hearty salad every day, and throw peppers and onion and good stuff in there just to make it extra healthy. And I do feel better with that. So yeah, I feel better. It's just I just can't eat just all raw. I'm not quite there yet. I wish I could do all raw, but I'm not. I'm not quite ready for that. Working my way into it. All right, I guess that's it. Nobody has any comments today or any questions or thoughts or anything. So I kind of talked as we went through things in the scriptures. I didn't see anything extra at this point to talk about. So, all right. Well, thank you for coming by. I'm glad I see, and Teresa says recipes for my green smoothie. It's not much of a recipe. I take my blender, I take 2 big handfuls I get the pre-washed baby greens at the store, and I get the spring mix. I don't get that super smoothie blend, which has kale, baby Swiss chard, baby spinach. I don't get that. I get the spring mix, which has more lettuces in it. It does have a little spinach. It does have a little baby kale, but it has more varieties of the lettuces, which I tend to go to because of Gerson. Gerson had us doing all these different kinds of lettuces and chard and things. So I tend to stay that way. I don't like kale smoothies, too much kale. And so I do 2 big handfuls, and it equals about 5 ounces of greens, okay, which would be like one of those little tubs of greens that you can get. You can get little tubs, which is like 5 ounces. You can get big tubs, which are like 11 ounces. You can get the really big tubs, which are a pound. On any given day, depending how I'm feeling, I'll do between 5 and 8 ounces of greens, okay? I'm doing 5 ounces of greens in my smoothie right now because I'm doing a green juice later. All right. I just didn't want to do an 8-ounce smoothie, 8 ounces of greens. So I put my greens in. I put in 2 tablespoons of flaxseed, whole flaxseed, because my blender will grind it up. And I put in a banana, and I put in a cup of blueberries, frozen blueberries. And then I add about 3 cups of water. And then I blend the daylights out of it for about a minute and a half until everything, including the seeds, is just pureed. And that's what I drink. It's good. I like making my little ones now with more water. It's just easier to get down with having it not be so thick. I think my system handles it better if it's not so thick. So that's my recipe for this smoothie. It's not very exciting, but it tastes good. Good enough. It can be a little green for people who aren't used to that. I need the 2 fruits. If I only put 1 fruit in, it's not enough for my taste buds. So, yeah, that's what I do. All right, you guys. I'll let you scoot, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, you have a good night. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate seeing you. And nice, Teresa, to see you and chat with you. Thanks for coming in. And tomorrow we'll continue with chapter 7 of Exodus. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.